Let's fire up our live block thingy so we can see the stuff. Hey everybody, hope that guys are doing really good this evening. We'll be editing, having some fun. It is Monday, I'm bored, we've got access to a really fun little tool today, which we will be just playing around with, just seeing how things work, and just giving it a good little rundown as well. Because you know, tools that help improve our workflow, those are the tools we like, because we like to improve our workflow. Now I've also added on a couple of nice photos for us to play with this evening, as well as I've added on a lovely bit of fun for us to have some fun with. So let's have some fun and jump over to my screen. This button, there you go, this button, haha. Now this evening we'll be having some fun because we've got access to a awesome plugin from the company, which I can pull up their details actually. Let's pull up their details. Throw it on this side. There you go, NBP retouching tools. They've got a whole bunch of cool stuff for us to have a look at. Wait, I'm missing my chat. Where'd my chat go? Ah, there's my chat. Missed my chat there for a second. Yes, so they have these really cool things that we can see. It's from a company called NBP retouching, and I need to bring that over to my screen. I think you guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it. There you go. There you go. Cool. Yeah. Now what they've got is this really cool plugin for Photoshop called SKN or SKN, and what this does is it gives us a lovely bit of tools to help manage and speed up our workflow a little bit, as well as not only manage and speed up our workflow, but it should help us to improve the quality of work that we can deliver to clients and just make it an overall easier experience for everybody else, because we like it. Now what they've also done is they've been gracious enough to give us a 10% discount code, because they like us and we like them, and we like to support people that give us really cool stuff to play with. Not only stuff to play with, but stuff we could actually use quite a bit. So for this evening's session we shall be editing some photos from my shoot with Abigail, because we had some fun. And I think what we'll do is we'll start with, just need to delete these old files, I don't need those. Yeesh, I was playing around quite a bit actually. Any, mini, miny, mo. Let's open up this file, and then we can just give everything a rundown and just have a look at it and just see how things work. So first things first, we open up a raw file, so we always just need to make our adjustments to make things look. Did my PC just freeze? Did my PC just die? Nah, my PC is just fine. There you go. Cool. I need to sort out my PC. Something is not that happy with it. But anyway, so this is our file. We're just going to bump up the contrast a little bit. Highlights, we can just drop those a little bit as well. And then I just want to correct my white balance. Now whenever you open up a raw file in Photoshop, it will open up with Camera Raw first before it takes that file to Photoshop for you, which just makes the workflow a little bit easier. So we always want to correct our exposure if we've made any exposure mistakes, as well as fix our white balance. It's always important that we get nice, good looking white balance when we work with our files. So white balance fix is easy. We've got some white in the scene, so we can just use the eyedropper tool. Now what you'll see is a little magnifier in the bottom of the screen there will show you where I'm clicking. So if I click on the magnifier, or the little color picker tool in the color tab on Camera Raw, I can now just go to some place that's white and click on it, and that should even out my white balance for me. There you go, that looks nice and natural white balance. And it's as easy as that to fix your white balance. We're going to click on, oh, I need to move the magnifier block so I can open the file. Open. There you go. And the file is open. Cool. So now we've got our file open in Photoshop, and we can start doing our proper little bit of editing. Now what we will do first though is enable the plugin that they've sent us. So we're going to go to plugins, NBP skin, and click on skin. It's going to give us a nice little tool on the left hand side. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun with that little tool. But first I need to check my audio levels. I'll just drop the music volume a little bit for you guys. There we go, just in case. You never know how loud it might be. We never know. So their little tool's got two little sections on it. It's called the cleanup section and a tone section. And it also has this really cool drop down where you can load the default presets, which will give you some presets that they've pre-built into the little plugin to play with. I've given it a try, I've played around with it a little bit. It's can do some cool stuff actually. First things first though, we need to keep an eye on our subject. Make sure that before we start playing with a nice fancy new tool that we clean up any weird blemishes that we might have or things as such, because it's very important that we prepare our file for good editing. So one thing that I do want to do is I want to straighten this photo, because this photo is not straight at all. So we can go to our little cropping tool or press C on the keyboard. See, the nice thing is now you can see with the magnifier in the right hand corner where I'm clicking. So you're going to go to our magnifier tool, or in this case the crop tool, and we're just going to correct our lines a little bit more. That's more or less fine. And just bring it in a little bit, just so we can get rid of the sky a little bit. That empty space is fine on the left hand side, and we're going to click OK. So we've cropped out a little bit on the file. That's fine, that's fine. We like that, we like that. We also want to just go in and see if there are any blemishes that we might want to remove before we start doing the skin work. On Abigail, everything looks fine. Some little spots here and there, but those are normal spots. But we can, if you want to, use the patch tool, because I like using the patch tool to remove little marks on the skin or such, and we can just literally select a spot, drag it away, and the patch tool will fix it for us. Very nice, very easy. But before we do that, we're first going to duplicate our layer. So on our layer, we're going to select right click, go all the way to the top where it says duplicate layer, and we're going to call this layer original. Bloop. There you go, original. And we're going to move that down. So we do have our original layer so that we can see our before and after the editing and stuff, because it's just important for us to keep an eye on how things progress and how things work and such as well. So now we can go back to our normal layer, and we can actually now start to remove any marks we want to remove from the skin tones using our patch tool, because the patch tool does make it nice and easy. I just need to drop my mouse speed a little bit. My mouse is a little bit weird, and there are some spots I might want to clean up on the background as well, just to make things look a little bit cleaner. There you go. A little dirty spot's fine. Actually, we can remove it quite easily. Just select it, drag it. I love the patch tool. Just makes things nice and fast. There you go. And on the background, there's this one little dark spot here that's a little bit too distracting. I just want to move it out of the way so it's gone and dusted and cleaned up. And that should clean up our scene for us. There you go. Why is there this weird little blue line? I do not know, but we shall remove it. There you go. There you go. That looks better. Perfect. Now, let's start playing with a little plugin. Our scene is prepped. Our subject is prepped. We've removed all the things we want to remove from it, our subject. So we've cleaned up the skin slightly, so ever not that much. Cleaned up the scene, and now we can go to the plugin itself. They've got some default things in here for us, but what I did see is it has a selection tool here. So if you click that, it will actually show you or give an idea of all the bits that the plugin will actually use or select in this case. Boom, creates a selection. It does actually select the skin quite well. Ah, good teacher. Hey, Mr. Zulu dude, how are you doing this evening? How are you doing? Quite well. This is just a Monday night mess around. We're playing around with a really cool plugin from the company called NBP, I believe, and we will be seeing how this little plugin can make things really nice for us. So we can see from our selection that it does select the skin quite nicely. So I want to go and select on any mini miny mo and just click on play. And now it's going to do its magic My face might freeze for a second while it's busy doing the magic. So once you click the play button, it's going to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. It's going to create layers and masks and do all the stuff for you. There you go, it's finished. So let's see what it's actually created. So by just selecting the thing and clicking the play, we now have a group that has been created that's got a brightness contrast adjustment layer on it. We've got a dynamic range recovery layer. We've got a hue adjustment, some original texture and secondary smoothing, and a smoothing layer, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's kind of cool. So let's see the effect that by just clicking play has had on our subject. So let's zoom in. So we're going to switch this off and switch it back on again. I mean, that's just a click of a button. Hi Jessica, nice to see you this evening as well. We're playing around with a fun new tool that I think we'll be having a lot of fun with as well. So as you can see, by just clicking play on the tool itself, it's already smoothed the skin quite a lot for us, and has done it in a very pleasing manner. It hasn't gone overboard a bit. The mask does need some work, but that's quite nice for just clicking a button actually. Very nice actually. So what we can do now is, since we've got this selected, we can actually go back, click on this little tool thingy, and it will show us everything that's being affected currently. So it is affecting everything, but it's also affecting the lips. So we might just need to zoom in and adjust the layer. So the way we do this is, first we select our brush. So you can see in the magnifier little thing where I click, the B for brush, make sure we've got white and or black selected, and on our mask you can see on the magnifier the little black block with white on it. We're going to click on that to select the mask, and this will now allow us to paint in with white and black. So we can remove that effect now from the lips. We can also remove it from the skin details, such as the nose edges, the eyes. We can just make sure that we've removed the eyes from that softening effect as well. So let's remove that, and we're also going to do the eyebrows. Just make sure we've got them removed. There you go, nice and easy. There you go. Now we've retained detail on those little bits. Do we do anything else? I don't know. The masking is actually quite nice. It's selected everything we wanted to do and it's done all the cool stuff. Now let's have some fun. We can now go back to the skin tool, and in the bottom right corner it's got this adjustments button. You can click on it and it will bring up all the adjustments that are selected within the group that is created from us. Just click on play. Now what this means is we can now go into here and we can say, okay, we want to smooth this even more. So we can go smooth intensity, and we can go all the way to the right hand side, click on it, and that's going to reprocess everything for us. This is bad for streaming because that's gonna kill my PC. I'm so sorry, PC. Yes, so we can now increase the intensity by just clicking a button, and that's going to increase the effect of the skin smoothing for us. We can also go and remove or reduce the intensity of it, and it will then reprocess everything for us when we click, and that will give us a different effect, which is quite nice actually. So I think we want to be more or less around here, should be fine for the skin tones. And then it also has something really cool, because normally you would play around with your frequency separation quite a lot to get some skin tones back, get some details back on your subject's skin and things as such. They've actually built this in. There is a texture recovery radius option with a texture recovery amount. So if you pull this all the way to 100, then you'll see we've now added way too much texture to the skin. But this means we can now recover texture on the skin tones. So now we just reduce that back down again till we get to a nice natural spot like this. See, so now you can see in the magnifier where I'm looking, it does look quite nice actually, the magnifier. and you can see that it's now added back some texture to the skin tones for us while smoothing the skin tones for us. So it's a very easy way to just click, get it done, and you're sorted, which is cool. So we can now switch that effect off. So this is the effect off, and this is that effect on. And this only took a few seconds to do, which is quite awesome actually, because that saves so much time. Now we do have some other options on here. We have contrast, luminosity, hue, and hue adjustment. So I believe contrast will make the skin go a little bit more contrasty. We can remove contrast to brighten it up again. Oh, that looks bad. Let's add contrast back instead. That looks better. Luminosity will darken the skin tones for us. Whoa! Instant tan. Holy hell. That's a bit much of a tan. Let's go back up to brighten it up. That's a bit too much. And we can just double click the layer as well, and we'll just reset it back to where it was, which is good because we don't want to go overboard with it. Now we can also adjust our hue balance. I believe to the left will be a magenta, I think. Yes. Excuse me. And to the right hand side will be more towards the orange tones. So on this photo we can go to the magenta side by about a little bit, just to even out those skin tones a little bit for us. And there we go. We've now essentially edited all of our skin tones, corrected the skin tones with the hue, we've smoothed the skin tones, we've re-added texture back into the skin tones with a click of a button that is literally just a little play button. So we can come back to the skin overview, and that's literally all we did. We clicked on play and we played around with a couple of sliders, and we've got really good professional retouching done. It does need a little bit of tweaking, but that's fine. We will always need some tweaking whenever we're working on skin tones especially, but this just speeds up the process so much for us. Holy hell. And then from here we can always just go on to our adjustment layers, do our exposure or curves. Let's see, which one will we do? Let's go vibrant. Whoa, oh, that's a bit too much. I need more space. I can't see my stuff. There you go. Vibrance. There you go. And now we can start doing our normal adjustments, where we might bring up our vibrance or drop it down a little bit. I want to bring it up because I want this effect inverted, and give me a brush, because I just want to bring a little bit of color back onto those railings on the background, and onto the wall itself, and onto the floor, the little blue that it has on it. There you go, nice and easy. I also want to darken down or create a natural vignette, which should be quite easy to do. We can simply select, there we go, select this, and where is our lasso tool? We're going to select a lasso around our subject, like this. There we go. And now we're going to create a curves layer with that selected. Now what this will do is, this will allow us to first invert that. Holy hell. There you go. Now we're affecting the correct stuff, and we can now just darken it down a little bit. And we now need to just work on the favoring for that selection, because that is not correct. There you go, favoring. There you go. Perfect. Just works out a little bit better. Then we can darken down a little bit more. Oops, that's too much. There you go. And the idea with darkening the background just slightly around our subject is just to get our subject to pop a little bit, because it's important that our subject is the main focus. So we always want to remove strange distractions from background or things as such, and just make sure we've got full attention on our subject, which is very important. Now another thing I want to do is create a dodge and burn layer, or just drop down to our original layer, zoom in, and I just want to whiten up the earrings slightly so ever. So we're going to go to dodge tool, make sure we've got dodge, not burn selected, because dodge will lighten, burn will darken. And now we're just going to add a little bit of light back into these. There you go, just like that. Just make them pop a little bit more. Do we see the other one? Yes, but we're just going to do a little bit on that one as well. There we go. because it is important. We are working on accessories, so we might as well just make everything look nicely. And now I also want to add another layer for our brightness and contrast. There we go. Brightness up a little bit. There you go. Contrast up a little bit as well. And this one I want to layer out, so we've only got the pants selected. So invert the mask, select our brush, make sure we've got the white brush selected, and we're going to brush that over the highlights on the clothing itself. Now what this will do is this will help us bring up the highlights on the clothing, but not the entire scene, because we do have it masked out. Just give it a tiny little bit of pop. There we go, just like that. Nice, easy, and fast. We like that. We like. It's the small things that make it nice. Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you. Hope you guys can hear me very well. Cool. So let's go through all the things that we've done, and we can then switch them off and switch them back on again. So let's switch everything back off again. This is our original photo, and now we can start going through all the changes that we've made, all the adjustments, and this is our final edit. Easy and fast. Now the reason why this was so easy and fast is because we're using this cool little plugin called SKN from BNP. I'm going to mess it up so many times, unfortunately, but this little plugin allows us to do a very fast workflow, and we like to have a nice fast workflow, because a fast workflow just means we can save some time, we can spend more time editing more photos, and time saved is money saved. That's what I say, at least. So there we go. We've now successfully edited this photo very fast. Skin tones look really nice. We haven't overly smoothed them because we still have some nice texture in the skin tones, which is very important, because a lot of times when you do use these skin smoothing tools and things as such, you lose a lot of detail in your skin tones, especially because they just destroy all the texture to get a nice smooth effect. But using the SKN tool plugin, we can actually just get a very nice soft natural effect on it, and it's literally just a play button. That's just how easy it is, and that's cool. Hey Daniel, dude, we're gonna do another photo just now, and you'll see just how fast this is. That is stupefying. That's awesome. I like that. So let's open up another photo, and we'll do another dark one, because I like the dark ones. This one, because that one's gonna need some correcting. And let's just go that way. Yeah, let's do that one. No, this one, I like this one more. Yes. Open. There you go. So this is our second photo. And first things first, we always want to make our adjustments. Let's just move this way so I can actually see what I'm doing. There you go. White balance. We're going to select our white balance tool, so you can see the magnifier when you open up a raw file. Whoa, what the hell is that sound? Oh, that's a weird little thingy. That looks so cool. I've got no idea what that is. Cool, awesome. Thank you very much, Jessica. That looks like a little star of thingies. 99¢. No idea what that is. I will see what that is in the future. Yes, once we're done here. So, the first thing you would do when we open up our photo in Photoshop, or raw files especially, is it's going to show us camera raw. Now, in camera raw, we want to always correct our white balance first. We're going to click on our color tab. Now, you can see in the right hand corner, I've got a little magnifier going so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to click on a color tab. We're going to go to the eyedropper tool, or color white balance selection tool. I'm going to find something white in the scene and click on it. Now what this will do is, this will now fix and correct our white balance for us. So we've got natural tones, and everything just looks nice and easier to work with. On this photo as well, I want to drop the highlights a little bit. So we're going to go to our light, increase our contrast slightly, drop our highlights a little bit, drop our whites a little bit, and drop our shadows a tiny little bit as well, just for the background. There you go. And we can click open. This will now open that photo for us in Photoshop. Now, before we use the skin tool, we always need to just first prep the photo before we use it. So, first things first, I want to fix this freaking photo. It's not aligned correctly. So left hand side, we're going to select our crop tool or press the C key, and this will allow us to now rotate this till we can get it. There we go, perfect. I'm just going to go down a little bit and crop in a little bit from the left hand side as well, and crop in a little bit from the bottom, and crop in a little bit on the wall. There you go, cool. See, our subject is now still in the rule of thirds, top left corner, perfect, we like it. Our photo is nice and straight, which is very important because we have lines leading from the bottom to the top of the frame, so we need to make sure that our lines are straight so it's easier to work with when we edit. There we go, nice and easy. Now the next thing we do before we use the little SKN tool is we want to make sure if there's any blemishes or such, we want to remove on our subject, just to make it a little bit easier for the tool to work with as well. And I might just see one little nick there, so we're going to select the patch tool because I love using the patch tool, and we're going to select this little bit of indent there from leaning on the ground. I'm just going to remove it, easy and fast. There you go. There's a little dirty spot on the pants as well. Let's just clean that up as well while we're busy. Perfect. That one we can clean up as well. It's always important to pay attention to all the small details because details add up. And now we want to clean these up as well because we did clean them in the previous photo, and I do want to just have a nice looking scene that we're working on, because it's always important that we have a nice scene with as little as possible distractions and that annoying little corner in the bottom. There we go. There you go. That's cleaned up our scene perfectly, cleaned up our subject perfectly. We're now ready to use the SKN tool. So let's see, which one do we use? Do we use the extra, clean, or sharp one? I really did like the effect the extra one gave us, just straight from clicking play. So we're gonna select extra. We're gonna click play. My face is going to freeze for a second while this processes, so let's see what happens. Ow! I have a pretzel. Busy running, I see. Okay, let's see what this does. Holy shit. Did all that by just clicking button? Shag me sideways, holy hell. Huh. Well, that was easy. Let's fix the skin by just clicking a button. I like this preset, that's a good one. Some adjustments we'll do just now. Okay, that's more effective than I thought it would be, but first things first. I'm going to come back to the SKN panel and just click this little button at the bottom so we can see what's affected. It selected the lips again, so we want to just make sure we zoom in so we can see the lips. And then on the left hand side, make sure we select the masked layer. So it will be layer mask, make sure you left click on it, select your brush, make sure you've got, I think it's white, make sure you've got black selected, and then just paint over the lips so the lips are not affected by the skins moving, because we still want detail in the lips, it's very important. Nose as well, we want some detail on the edges of the nose, and the eyes. We just want to double check we've got all the details on the eyes so we don't miss any details on the eyes, and the eyebrows as well. I hate when eyebrows go soft. There you go. Perfection. Perfection. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now let's have a look at what the hell this thing's done. Let's zoom in. That's way too close, but that's fine. Switch it off and switch it back on. Jeez. Okay, that's actually quite impressive. That's on, this is off, and that's just from pressing a button. We do want some more texture on it, so the way we adjust the effect that has just taken place is we go to the left hand side, we make sure we click on the adjustments button thingy in SKN. What you'll see is in the bottom right corner magnifier, that's the button we click. Also give us all the stuff again. Everything looks fine, we just want to bring up the texture a little bit. little bit down. There you go. That's just added the texture back again for us. Contrast is fine, that's fine, that's fine. We want to move our hue balance to the left a little bit, just so we can clean up those skin tones. There you go. That looks awesome. Huh, that was easy. See, you can edit in Photoshop and make it easy. I actually do like this effect quite a bit. I know you can save presets, so since I like what this is now doing, I just want to maybe bring that up a little bit. A little bit down. There you go. Just add a little bit more contrast. I like contrasty stuff. I just like the way it looks. But this looks really good. I like this. Cool. So now we've made our adjustments. You can come back here, and I think if you click plus, yes, we can add this as Abigail 1. And this will now be a preset specifically for when I work with Abigail. Add to my favorites. Yes, add to my favorites, please. Thank you very much. Hey, look, it's all the way in the top. Nice. That means we should now be able to delete all of this. Go to Abigail 1. Click on play. My face is going to freeze for a second. Come on. Run through the thing. Let's see what it does. Huh. That's quite nice actually. So remembered all of my settings, presets perfect. You change correctly, contrast is ready, texture looks fine, secondary smoothing. Jeez, okay, that's awesome. I like that quite a lot. Huh. Nice. See, easy. Then from here, all we can do now is we can just duplicate this layer, because we will need an extra one for the before. Switch it off, and now I just want to select my bin and dodge tool, and I want to zoom in. I just want to lighten these up again a little bit, the little earrings, because they are white as well. So we just want to just dodge them slightly so we can just get a little bit more pop from them as well, because accessories are very important. I like that. That's quite nice. There we go. Perfect. We might actually, since we do have our dodging and burning selected, just lighten up the eyes slightly. Not the whites in the eyes, just the brown. There you go. Perfect. Perfection. I like. That's good. Now we also want to add our little vignette. So what we're going to do is select around our subject. Like this. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're going to go to our adjustment layers with the selection made, and this time we're going to use our brightness and contrast. There we go. Drop it down a bit and select our layer, Control I to invert it, and with the layer selected we can also now favor it so it can blend nice and evenly. Perfect, just like that. And now we can go back to our adjustment for the brightness, and we can now actually do our adjustments. Contrast we want to add a little bit, and we want to darken down the things on the background slightly so ever. Yes, that looks fine. I like that. That's good. That's good. I like that. Off, on. Nice. Makes our subject pop nicely. It works very well. Now we also want to add another adjustment for brightness and contrast. And this time we're going to bring up the brightness and keep an eye on the clothing, because this layer will be applied to the clothing. So we're going to bring it up a little bit, add some contrast to it. Perfect. Select our mask. Notice in the magnifier where the mask is, I left click on it, Control I, it's going to go black, which is fine. We can do select our brush, make sure our brush is white, and everywhere we paint, so notice this is the way the mask looks now. We're going to make a line on it. I need to go up it because the mask is tall. Make some squigglies in the top, and now you see in the mask we've got some white squigglies. Those white squigglies tell the mask where it's being applied. So we want to apply this to the highlights on the pants. There we go. and we'll adjust the opacity just now to make it blend a little bit better. And there's some highlights on the shoes as well, and pants on the bottom. There we go. Perfection, perfection. We also can do the white top. The front of it is bright enough already. There we go. Perfect. Oh, we missed a spot. There you go. Just paint over it. Do we need to adjust it some more? No, it looks fine. It looks fine. There you go. Nice, easy and fast little edit. And that's fast. That's not long at all. That's quite a big change actually. So let's go. This is our before. Now, before we did any changes, we did our vignette, which is a custom one, so we can darken down the edges and the background a little bit as well, so we can get our subject to pop. Then we lightened the highlights on the clothing like this, before and after, just get the clothing to pop a little bit better as well. Then we used the lovely SKN tool to smooth the skin by just clicking play, and that changed everything from this to this. I don't know about you, but that's fast. I like things that are fast. We've got nice skin tones which have been smoothed. Also, we've got nice texture on those skin tones still, so it hasn't removed all the texture, which is awesome. We can see on the skin tones on the body as well, we still have nice amounts of texture on it, but it still appears to be nice and smooth, which is perfect. And we can go through it, and you can see that it's done a lovely job on the skin tones. That's awesome. I like that quite a bit. And there we go. That's number 2 edited, done and dusted in like a minute or 2. Holy hell. Oh, it's very nice. Cool. I like this SKN tool. It saves a lot of time. Now the tool also has a tone function, as you can see in the top here. If I click on tone, it'll give us a whole bunch of different tones. So what we can do as an example is subtle brightening. Click on play. That should freeze my frame for a second. Yeah, cool, that's done it. Nice. So that brightens up our skin tones for us. We can now change the opacity. So what you can see is, notice in the magnifier, this is very important, we've selected this layer and we come up to our opacity, and we can now just change our opacity to get that skin brightening effect to the level that we like this. Perfect. At 45%, it's taking a photo from this. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Take on skin tones from that, and we just literally change the opacity and clicked play on the tool, and we can enable it. Presto. Just added that slight touch of light. I like it quite a lot. That's nice. That's nice. And what you'll notice is it's left the lips out, which means, if I remember correctly from checking out the plugin, whatever you change on your initial cleanup layer, all your layered changes you make to the layered mask will be copied over to your skin tone adjustments. So that means our lips and eyes will now not be affected by the change. Speaking of lips, we need to fix these lips using the patch tool. Hi, patch tool. Hey, Bruce, my dude. How you doing, my dude? Welcome. I see you. You've arrived. Hope you're having a good evening. So, very important. We're going to select our patch tool and we're going to fix the lips. Oh damn, I need to switch all of this off so I can actually see the lips. There you go. And we're just going to fix the lips, because one thing that does happen when you run around quite a lot during the day is you do get some damage on your lips, which is fine. It happens. It is just the way things are. What is my dude? I need to give you a like myself. Like. Ha! Oh, I closed OBS. My bad. There you go. Still see. Nah, nice. And so, Bruce, thank you for joining. And now, let me show you what we've done actually. We're playing around with a cool skin or plugin for Photoshop by BNP called SKN. Now, what SKN does is it has a whole bunch of cool tools for us to use. So on this photo, what we've done is, first things first, we've adjusted the brightness on the background, like such. Then we've adjusted the brightness on the clothing like such. Very nice, very nice. Then we've literally just pressed play and it's done this to our skin tones. Very nice. Then we've also pressed play on the tone effect and added a bit of brightness to the skin. Ta-da! I like that effect. That's quite nice. I like that. I like that quite a bit. I will export these and send them to you as well, Jessica. Don't worry about it. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do another photo. This is fun. I like this. This is quite cool. I like things that speed up my workflow, because when my workflow is nice and fast, it means I can do a whole bunch of cool stuff. I don't need to spend all day editing. I can literally just press a freaking button and it's done. So let's do this photo next. First things first. We're going to go to our color tab on camera raw, because we did open up a raw file. This is cool. Yes, Bruce, dude, this is very cool. I recommend you check the video from the start, because this specific tool I'll be using a lot more going forward, and I'm going to teach you all how to use it as well. It might be a bit of an expensive investment, but believe me, it is worth every cent. I'm going to show you now with this photo. Check this, Bruce. So let's prepare our file for editing. First, we're going to go color. We're going to select our eyedropper tool or color white balance tool. Click on the white. Oh, that's gone a bit too green. Let's just remove the green from it and click open. There you go. There's our file. First things first, is there anything we want to remove on the skin tones? There's a little mark there. Just going to remove that using our patch tool. Remove that little mark, patch tool, and remove that little mark for patch tool. There you go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our skin thing. We're going to select our Abigail preset. We're going to click play. Watch this, Bruce. I'm going to press a button. It's going to do its magic. And that should, once it finishes, presto, it's magic. Our skin tones are fixed with a click of a button. Oh, I like this so much. This is so cool. And what you can see is, just look at the change that it's done. So this is before. And remember, we just clicked one button. And this is after. Quite nice. I do see we went over the line on the lips with the smoothing as well. So let's just select our brush tool. Where's the hell's my brush? There's my brush. Make sure we've got the layered mask selected. Very important. Make sure we've got a black brush selected. And just make sure we're not affecting the lips or the eyes or the edges on the nose, because that is always something that will get affected because it says it as skin tones. And there we go. We've now retained all the details on the facial features. We've smoothed the skin. We've retained texture on the skin as well. Things look very nice. We just missed a little spot there. Not a problem at all. We've got our brush selected, white brush, and just paint over this little area that it missed. It will miss sometimes, but yeah, that's why we check it. Always check your stuff, my dudes. Always check your stuff. Ta-da! Fixed. And then from here, all we're going to do is we're going to select our lasso tool. Select the lasso around our subject, because we also just want to add a little bit of a vignette effect again, just to darken down the background slightly. We're going to select our adjustments. We're going to go to brightness contrast, invert that, just make a random adjustment so we can just see what it's doing. Select our layered mask, favor it so it blends nice and easy. No, a little bit more. There you go, perfect. We can go back to our effect. That's a bit too much. Add some contrast, drop that slightly so ever. Presto, we are basically done. We now just need to add another adjustment, and this will be for the pants. So let's keep an eye on the clothing and bring up the brightness and bring up the contrast. There you go. Invert the layer by clicking on white, holding Control, pressing I. Select our brush, make sure it is a white brush, and paint over the highlights on the pants so we can get them popping. There we go. We like. Nice, easy and fast. No need for rocket science. Let's do that side as well, just so we can get a nice uniform pop on it. Perfection. There you go. See, Bruce, that took only a minute or two, with me explaining, of course. But yes, there you go. And that's what I like about this little SKN plugin, because it's going to save us so much time. And time is money. And I like to save the time because it just means I can do spend time doing so many other fun, cool stuff. This is nice though. I like this plugin. Now we can also now go back to our tone option. Select our subtle brightness one, because this one worked really good previously. We're gonna press play on it. And we need to adjust the opacity to 45. 45. Close enough. And it's done. It is done, my friends. I like this. This is so cool. I like things that save time. Because things that save time, they're just good. Good overall. So let's go before and after. This is a photo before. We darkened down our background. We brought up the highlights on the pants. We smoothed our skin with a click of a button. And we added a touch of light to our skin tones with a click of a button. Done. That's so cool. I like it so much. That's nice. I like this. So there you go. That is 3 photos done in only a few minutes. And it's done it really well. I like the effect that it does. The more I use this, the better I will get as well. This is literally the first time I've opened this software and started playing with it, because I just wanted to see what it does. And from what I've seen and what I've now experienced myself, it's actually not that bad. It runs really well. And the effects you can get by just clicking buttons and getting all these cool little functions and stuff going is so cool. Now, another cool thing is we can click on our skin tone. On the left hand side you can see all the different tools for this. So we can even go to our midtones, drop the brightness, and notice on the photo we can now bring down the brightness on the skin tones. We can bring super bright, that's way too much, but we can now adjust this according to Abigail's skin tones. So we can bring down the brightness to there, darken it down a little bit, get some more detail on it. We can go to the highlights, which is doing nothing good, which is fine. Shadow, I think it's going to do something really weird. There's not many shadows on the scene. It's a very nice and even scene. Love it. Love it. Nice. And with all the adjustments we've now made, we can also just go back and create a preset and call this Abigail Tones. And click save. So in theory, oh wait, why is that not favorite? I want to mark this as a favorite. Click. Oh, click. There you go. Can I move this up? No, I can't. Date edit. Nah, it's fine. I'll figure it out sometime. There you go. Now it's at the top. Awesome. So let's open up another photo of Abigail and do that again. And this time we're just going to click 2 buttons, not do many adjustments. That photo was a fail. This one's outside, so it might need a little bit different changes to it. So let's see what it does to this one. Awesome. Camera raw. Remember, first thing you do is camera raw. We want to go to our color tab, click on a little white balance selector, select something white. Oh, that's gone green. That's normal for my screen. That's fine. White balance looks a little bit too warm for my taste. Move it a little bit towards the blue tones. There you go. We fixed the white balance. And we also just want to bring down the highlights for the clothing and the whites for the entire scene. There we go. Shadows we might want to bring up a little bit so we can get a little more detail on it. And then click open. There you go. So this is a completely different scene. This scene is much more light compared to a darker scene before, but I think it should still work quite well. So first things first, we're going to click play. that's play number 1. We also want to go back to our tones because we did create one specifically for Abigail, and click play. And ladies and gents, that is by clicking play twice. First, we've done our skin smoothing, did a very well done job indeed. Then we've done our tones, done a very good job as well. I mean, that was 2 clicks and it's basically done. We just now need to fix the rest of the scene still, but our subject is basically sorted by just clicking two buttons in Photoshop. It is a little bit bright though, so that's an easy adjustment. We're gonna go to our cleanup, select our adjust cleanup thingy first. Oh yeah, we need to select cleanup, right hand side, go to the left, click on the settings thingy, high, and luminosity, which is our brightness. We're just going to bring that down a little bit more, like that. I think should be fine. And we want to go back to our tones as well, select our tones, select our adjustments, and let's have a look at our midtones. Bring down the brightness a little bit again, highlights, bring down a little bit as well. There you go. Different scene might need different things, but I mean, that was just 2 buttons, and just look at what we've got from just 2 little button clicks. This is before, this is our skin smoothing, this is our toning. It is very powerful, Daniel-san. It is very awesome. It has saved so much time, and this is literally just from clicking 2 little freaking buttons. Like, what the hell, man? I like saving time like that, man. That's really nice. So let's just do our other adjustments we like to do as well. Select our lasso tool, select around our subject, there we go, and adjustments, create a brightness 1, select a layer, Control I to invert it, select our adjustment, drop that brightness, select a layer again, and just correct the feathering so everything blends correctly. There we go, that looks fine. A little bit more, there you go, perfect. Now we can reset this adjustment and just do a small slight adjustment. There you go, add some contrast to it. Perfect and easy, nice and fast. We're going to do another adjustment, brightness and contrast, and keep an eye on the pants again, because unfortunately I didn't have the exposure correct for the pants, so I do want to fix them with editing, which should be quite fast. There you go, Control I to invert the mask, select the brush, make sure it's white, and paint over the area we want to brighten up a little bit. The back as well, maybe just a slight touch. Oh, there we go, nice, easy and fast. Actually, let's just use the same layer for the earring again. Lovely earrings, there we go, make them pop a little bit. Sorry, I'm being very particular with my brightness adjustments for the earrings. I like them, there you go. That will pop nicely. Nice. That looks a bit that looks a bit crap. Let's just remove that effect. Go away. There you go. Anyway, it's fine. There you go. Nice. That's our photo in like a few seconds. Just makes it nice and easy and fast. I like it. It's nice. There you go. I mean, what more do we want? What more do we need? We like things that are fast. We like things that save us time. That green is distracting as hell. Let's go adjustments. Go to our hue saturation. Oh, holy hell no, I do not want Photoshop's adjustments. Hue saturation. This one will be for the grass. Select the thing. Select the hand tool. Go to those greens and desaturate them slightly. There you go. Now the way we saturate our greens is very easy. We create a hue saturation layer. We go up to the tool. We click the little handy. And we take the little handy to the greens. You hold down the left mouse button. If you move it right, it becomes more saturated. like that. If you move it left, it becomes less saturated, like that. So we can find a good natural green like that, which looks perfectly fine. Ta-da! Oh, I like slow clap for myself. I like when I do things cool, nice and easy and fast. I want to do one more because it's fun. It's important that you have fun with the thing that you play with, because fun is nice. I like having fun. Which one are we going to do next? There's so many photos to pick from. So many nice photos to pick from. I think this one with the eyes closed, because I want to see what it does if it can't find eyes. So first things first, let's do our color adjustment for white balance. Ah, did my PC just die? No, my PC didn't die. Nice. Okay, cool. So we're just going to select our white balance selector, click on the whites. It's going to go green again. It's going to go green again. It's fine. It's fine. I will manually fix this myself. Open. There you go. And we're going to do this again by just clicking 2 buttons. So we're going to go to our cleanup first. We've got Abigail selected. We're going to click play. And we wait. And we keep waiting. Now, streaming and doing this at the same time on my poor PC does. Oh, that's done quite a lot. Holy hell. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And we want to do our second one, which is our tone. Abigail is selecting on our tone as well. Click play. It will be a little bit bright, 100% sure. Yes, it's a little bit bright. That's not a problem. We can select our skin clean layer, go back to our skin cleanup, select our options, and we want to drop our brightness, luminosity, drop it down a little bit, increase the contrast, and move the hue towards the left a little bit. There we go. And if I click here and click reprocess, oh, you select it, reprocess, that should take all of our changes into account and redo our tone for us. Yes, let's redone our tone for us. Perfect. We just now need to adjust it up a little bit on the mid-tones, brightness a little bit upper. There we go. Yeah, that looks fine actually. Nice. This photo isn't straight though. Oh, let's just fix that. Press C to bring up our cropping tool. Select this one. Could not use crop tool because scratch discs are full. I've ran out of storage space. I was playing around too much with my editing. Well, I guess that happened. Can I fix that? Let's have a look. How full are my drives? Oh, why is Adobe using my C drive as a scratch disk? I've got like a 3 terabyte drive. You can see it's not magnifier. I've got a 3 terabyte drive specifically for Adobe to use as the scratch disk, but it's dumped everything on my C drive. It's gonna suck. Oh well. Anyway, I guess I can't edit anymore because Adobe changed my freaking settings, so that sucks. It was fun playing around though. Holy hell, what do you guys think about the tool? Is it something that you would invest in? I want to hear your honest opinions. Something where you can, with a click of a button, this is a balloon, with a click of a button, go from this to fixing our skin, smoothing it out, still having texture, and fixing our skin tone as well at the same time by 2 clicks of a button. That's a lot of time saved in Photoshop. So what that means is you can save, it's now been an hour of streaming, more or less, give or take, an hour of streaming worth explaining to you. We've edited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photos, and they all look really good and proper, and they were edited super fast without any problems at all. And it's a tool that saved us a crap load of time. And time is, oh, don't fall over, Mike. and time is money, so it's always good to keep these types of things in mind, that yes, it might be an investment which is a little bit expensive to add on to your Photoshop, but what you get in return is a much higher level of control over your workflow, much faster workflow, as well as it allows you to produce higher quality content which you can deliver to your clients, which in turn means you can then start booking higher end clients, which in turn allows you to make more of that sweet money that we all like so much. So yes, there you go. That was our first look at the SKN tool from BNP, I believe it is. I need to find their website again. Open website. NBP, oh damn, I am so bad with names. NBP, it is the skin tool. If you use the code BASON10, you will save an additional 10% on your purchase, and you can just see all these before and afters. This is before and this is after, and we've got the same type of effect on all of the stuff we've worked on as well. That's before, that's after. Yeah, I mean, this tool as an add-on to your Photoshop to give you more value that you can add to your work, to your clients. It's a no-brainer. It will make you money. It's just that you need to decide if it's something you want to invest in or not. But I myself, I'm gonna keep using this because I like things that save me time. I'm lazy. I like to save time. But anyway, moving forward as well, when I edit some of your photos in the future as well, when we do more live sessions, we will be running and using this tool and integrating it into our workflow much more moving forward, because it is a very powerful tool for Photoshop. And as you can see on my right hand side on my Photoshop, I've tried a lot of them. Yeah, I've tried a crap load of plugins. I even have a crap load of actions and all that type of stuff to try get something that can work and get the job done and do it in a really good natural way. I couldn't find anything, and I've been through the freaking entire Adobe freaking store. But the SKN utility, hey, she gets the job done. I like that. Good solid investment, if I do say so myself. Anyway, if you dudes and ladies have any questions, drop them down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I will study this tool a little bit more myself so I can have a better understanding of how this tool works, so that I can in future be able to assist you better, not only with things for this tool specifically, but for every other thing that you might need assistance with in Photoshop as well. But excuse me, personally I think it's a damn good tool. It's definitely worth grabbing, picking up and adding onto your Photoshop, because I mean, it just enhances the stuff you can do. So nice. Oh, so nice. Anyway, hope you guys had some fun. Adobe's screaming because my scratch disk is full, so I need to switch off my PC and change my Adobe settings, get everything sorted out that way again, because that's going to be fun. I wonder if it will allow me to even save stuff. Meh. We shall see. Anyway, thank you people for joining. This has been a lovely little editing session with Adobe using the SKN plugin from the lovely folks at NBP Retouching Tools, and I must say this is one of their tools which I am excited for, because it uses and utilizes all these cool new functions that Adobe has. It can also update. Let me show you this. This is kind of cool. Swap back to my face. No, swap back to my... Why can't I swap back to my face? Why are you doing this? I'm back to my face. Cool. So on their tool, you can actually click on the NBP and they actually update this tool. So it's not just a once-off thingy, you can actually get updates. They've got tutorials on YouTube you can go to and all the other weird stuff. I even have a Facebook group which I will join later on, as soon as I've rebooted and gotten life back into my poor PC, and then I will just run with that as well. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this really random live stream on a Monday. But I literally, when I started the stream, is when I received the details from them to go ahead with actually creating content with this plugin. So I was excited, and well, I mean, here I am doing the thing. If I'm excited about a tool, it's normally a good sign, so you guys know it. Anyway, hope you guys had a lovely Monday. Hope you guys managed to learn one or two things at least as well. Next time we will go a little bit more in depth with the tool. I just need to reset up my entire freaking Adobe because it's messing around so much. but we will get it sorted out and we will jump back in and we will have some more fun. But till then, keep well, keep safe, have heaps of fun, and I will catch you guys real soon again. I'm gonna go make coffee and I'm going to fix my freaking Photoshop again. Meh, sucks so much.